Hi guys, welcome back to XCOM 2 War of the Chosen. It's a modded core collection. In episode 16. And our team is looking really good so far. We just stopped the takeover. That's not bad. We got pretty good weapons.
A trusted leader in helping people acquire precious metals. Gold bullion, Lady Liberty gold and silver proofs. Premium coins can help you preserve your wealth. Call Roslyn Capital at 800-630-8900 to receive your free Roslyn Guide to Gold, Gold and Precious Metals IRA, and silver brochures. With Roslyn, there are no hassles, no gimmicks, and our shipping is fast and reliable. Remember, keep it simple. Make gold your new standard. Call Roslyn Capital today at 800-630-8900. 800-630-8900. That's 800-630-8900.
It's a filter being cancelled from coming to me and corporations. Could a ship finally be incurred? Our glacier will take into the sides tonight on location.
We're hitting the road and talking to people about their hearts. Living mobile from cardio mobile. This is yesterday, stunning colors you see here lighting up the night sky with Americans living as far south as Alabama getting to take in the beautiful sight. It's a severe geomagnetic storm making the lights more visible, but this rare solar event has also sparked some concerns. Madison Scarpino is live with more details. Madison, what are the concerns?
Well, Griff, space weather experts say that they haven't seen this strong of a solar storm since 2003. And according to NOAA, it has caused some issues at big power grids across the country, but it likely won't impact power in neighborhoods. And NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center classified yesterday's solar storm at the highest level, 55. The agency says this is extremely rare. Here's a breakdown of how it all works.
Those energized particles can react with the molecules and atoms and particles in our own atmosphere. And as things settle down and this constantly goes on back and forth, light is emitted. And that light is what we see as the aurora.
And we're seeing some remarkable video of the aurora. Seeing the northern lights, it's a bucket list thing for a lot of people. And last night, millions of Americans got to see those pink, green, and purple skies lit up right in their backyards. And as of this morning, conditions are back to a level 4 storm, but the sun's surface is still pretty active, according to Fox Weather. With that said, NOAA says there's still a risk that it could impact GPS and communication here on Earth. And there's currently 7 astronauts aboard the International Space Station, but NASA says that the solar storms didn't cause any major issues for them. Back to you.
That's good news. Madison Scarpino watching our Northern Lights Sports. Madison, thank you. Jackie?
Seconds. Well, Trump supporters are gathering at the Jersey Shore as the former president set to hold a large rally this afternoon. We'll take you there live.
days. Here's the PT scoop every Thursday.
Help fuel today with Boost High Protein. Complete nutrition you need without the stuff you don't. So, here's to now. Boost! What Tractor Supply customers experience is personalized service made possible by T-Mobile for Business. With T-Mobile's reliable 5G business internet, employees get the information they need instantly. This is how business goes further with T-Mobile for Business. Position confirmed. The smooth-riding, longest-lasting pilot G2 has long been the hero of giant elements. And one hero doesn't have a dark side. Introducing the G2 Edge, the same #1 selling jelly pen in America, now with an innovative laser edge design, pushing out for grip and durable tungsten carbide tip.
Solid copy.
Whatever your mission, give yourself the edge.
I'm Richard Clark, and I love my hose. My hose is lightweight, my hose will not kick, and my hose is anti-leak. It ain't those old hoses. This is my hose. The new pocket hose copper bullet, now infused with real copper, so your water is always clean and lead-free. Just turn on the water and watch your hose grow and grow to a full-size 3/4-inch hose. It stretches and expands like a rubber band. And when you turn off the water, away it goes, shrinking and squeezing that water out until it's practically bone dry. And that makes it easy to carry and put away. Our new inner tube uses 3 layers of high-strength latex on the inside, and it's wrapped in a new polymer filament jacket, similar to the technology used in forest fire hoses because it's light and tough, 3 times stronger than the other hoses. It's guaranteed for 10 years, nearly impossible to tear or snag, and the redesigned connector protector helps stop leaks at the spigot. But my favorite part of our new hose build, the oversized, easy-to-grip fit. Easy on and off, even with gloves. With more than 100 patents worldwide, it's the best pocket hose in the world. Get the super light 25-foot pocket hose copper bullet today for only $29.99. But wait, call now and get our copper spray nozzle with our exclusive thumb drive free. Simply use your thumb to turn off and on. And with 10 unique patterns, you'll have a setting for every job. It's a $30 value. Yours free with every 50-foot copper bullet. But it's not available in stores. This is an exclusive release of our newest pocket hose. There is a strict limit. 3 for orders. Don't wait. Order now. To order, call 1-800-709-4650 or visit copperbullethose.com. So call 1-800-709-4650 or visit copperbullethose.com. Order now.
20 seconds a week to lose 20% of your weight in a year with diet and exercise. That's the power of GLP-1s through Grow. Connect with a provider today at grow.co/20. One of my favorite supplements is Qunol Turmeric. Turmeric helps with healthy joints and inflammation support, and Qunol has the #1 doctor recommended form of turmeric. Qunol, the brand I trust.
Asking Jude, the mission is just something that everyone can truly get behind. We're just regular people donating, and I think it's cool to be able to make a difference in someone's life in a way that is meaningful.
Try killing bugs the worry-free way, not the other way. Zebo Traps is light to attract and trap flying insects with no odor and no mess. They work continuously, so you don't have to. Zebo, people-friendly, but deadly.
The Maryland Senate race is heating up as Angela also Brooks and David Trone face off in the Democratic primary, while former Governor Larry Hogan is the GOP frontrunner. Mark Meredith is live from Annapolis, Maryland, with the very latest details and some interesting races. Hey, Mark. Griff, good afternoon to you. Maryland Democrats are engaged in a very bitter primary. The primary is going to take place on Tuesday, and then after that, we could see the kickoff of one of the most consequential and costly Senate races for this fall. There are 10 Democrats candidates running in this primary for Senate. However, 2 are considered the frontrunners, that'd be Congressman David Trone as well as County Executive Angela Brooks. Brooks is out on the stump today. She has been speaking in the D.C. area. Going to have a few more events in the Baltimore area this afternoon. And she is trying to make the case that this is all going to come down to turnout. And that's what she is counting on between now and Tuesday.
So this weekend, no kidding,
is one of the most important. We're going to win this election on election day. We've had a couple of people made their mind, and guess what? There are some who are still undecided. A large margin of people are undecided, but I think probably about 20% are still undecided.
Her chief rival, Congressman David Trump, is investing more in campaign ads to get his message out. With this, he's more than $60 million of his own money on this primary alone. As for Republicans, Larry Hogan, the former Republican governor, he is dominating in the GOP primary. He's not even holding any campaign events this weekend. And political experts tell Fox Hogan has a key advantage going into this race. That would be statewide name recognition. The Democrats will have to spend a lot more money on to count.
Once Hogan entered, this became a much more expensive race than it otherwise would have been. And I think at the margins that can matter. But I think that even what's at stake, that the money is going to be there.
And while Maryland's Senate bid is expected to be quite competitive, the presidential race is not. President Biden won this state 4 years ago by more than 30 points. And Hogan and former President Trump are certainly not allies of each other, but right now they appear to be playing nice because a lot of people believe what happens here in Maryland to get back to balance of power grid in Washington.
Good. All right, Juan Meredith, 547 and 9 months mark. Thank you. Jackie?
Well, former President Trump hopes to flip New Jersey red as he holds a rally expected to draw about 40,000 people today. Brian Yannis is live from Wildwood, New Jersey with the latest on this. Brian.
Hey, Jackie. Well, Wildwood, New Jersey is part of a Republican stronghold here in Deep Blue, New Jersey. And I got to tell you, there are thousands of people here for the rally on the beach. You can see people streaming in here. We spoke to some folks who've been here since Wednesday afternoon, Thursday afternoon to try to get a seat at the rally, and people just continue to stream in. This rally starts at 5 p.m. today. This is close to Battleground State, Pennsylvania, which is obviously very pivotal coming up. And this is the first time that he is speaking at a big rally since Stormy Daniels testified this week, and ahead of the star witness for the prosecution, his ex-personal attorney, Michael Cohen's testimony coming up on Monday. Now, Cohen has been live streaming on TikTok for hours with commentary over the last month, taunting former President Trump, despite repeated warnings from prosecutors to stop. Judge Juan Merchan yesterday told prosecutors to let Cohen know that he's being ordered to stop from the bench, though Merchan lamented the fact that the court cannot subject witnesses like Cohen to a gag order. Trump, on the other hand, has been fined $10,000 for violating the gag order, including at least 4 attacks against Cohen, and he now faces jail time if he violates it again. Trump posted on Truth Social, quote, Judge Juan Merchan refused to put a gag order on people that are truly out of control, only on the presidential candidate being mistrial. Cohen is at the center of the prosecution's case. Trump is accused of falsifying business records to hide reimbursements made to Cohen, who paid $130,000 to porn star Stormy Daniels in an effort to unlawfully influence the 2016 election. Trump yesterday denied this, and he denied that Cohen was his fixer.
I didn't do the bookkeeping. I didn't even know about it, but a very good bookkeeper marked a legal expense down as a legal expense. They didn't call it construction. They didn't call it building something, concrete or bonus. They called very simply a legal expense to a lawyer. It's a lawyer, not a fixer.
Cohen pleaded guilty in 2018 to that, in part for violating federal campaign laws with that payment to Stormy Daniels. He also pled guilty to lying to Congress, lying to banks, and just this past week, a federal judge said he lied under oath in the civil case against Trump in the fall in New York. So a lot of fireworks expected on Monday. We'll see what the president has to say tonight in front of a lively, large crowd here in New Jersey, Jack.
Quite a crowd behind you, and it looks like a long line there. All right, Brian Yannis, thanks so much. Sure.
Jackie, let's bring in our political panel with us today. GOP strategist Joe Pinion and Capitol Council LLC partner Jonathan Cott. Thank you. Lose the music. It's political panel time. Here we go, guys. Let me jump right in, Jonathan, and get your reaction started, because early this morning we all woke up to read our Axios, and we learned that Nikki Haley all of a sudden is back in play. And then, a few hours later, former President Trump takes to social media and says, Nikki Haley is not under consideration for the VP slot, but I wish her well. What do you think?
I think it was a bad move for him. I think he should have played this out a little longer, let the speculation grow. It may have helped him with some of her supporters who he's losing. I mean, he just lost 150,000 of them in Indiana, a similar number in Pennsylvania and Florida. These are key states where he can't afford to lose 150,000 votes to one of his competitors. I will give him credit. He was a lot nicer to her on Truth Social than he normally had been during the campaign. There was no bird brain reference. So he is learning, and maybe he is making some overtures to it. But that's a real problem for him when you have that many people going out to vote against you for a candidate who's not even in the race anymore and hasn't been for months.
Well, you got a point there, Jonathan. Joe, what do you make of that?
Well, look, I think certainly it came up because there are people around President Trump who recognize and really needs to consolidate the party even more, but also to this notion of weakness with suburban women. And I think if you're looking at what is the difference between President Trump winning by 78,000 votes across 3 states in 2016 and then losing by approximately 48 to 50,000 votes 4 years later, it is that exodus of suburban women. And so I think there are people trying to nudge President Trump towards a pick that helps him shore up that base and make sure that he can actually have a cleaner pathway to beating President Biden.
Joe, if you were advising directly Trump's campaign, would you be one of those people encouraging him to consider Haley?
Look, I think Nikki Haley, there is the good and the bad. Certainly, she could be a good pick. I think there are other picks that can have the same effect on the ballot. You've got people like Elise Stefanik. You've got certainly plenty of Republican women who could help President Trump in that regard. So, look, I think the president is going to pick the person he believes will stand toe-to-toe with him, but also somebody he believes can carry the America First movement forward, moving past beyond what should be and hopefully will be his second term.
You mentioned the good and bad, Joe. I want to turn to a different story, and that is that of the economy with you, Jonathan, because the president and the White House says Bidenomics is great, the economy is great. The American people keep telling them, no, it's not, it sucks. And prices aren't coming down, the real wages aren't there. Excuse me, let me show our viewers the inflation scale, because President Biden said he inherited a 9% inflation rate, but it was actually 1.4%. It got all the way up to 9%. Now it's down to a little over 3%, so it has gotten better from the height. But it's not true to say that it was a 9% inheritance when it was 1.4%.
I think what he's talking about is inflation is a lagging indicator. He had injected so much money into the economy because of the global pandemic that was COVID. We also found out we had a supply chain crisis. So all of these things were happening as he was taking office. His policies that he's implementing take a little time to have the impact that he wants them to have. I would also remind people in 2008, him and President Obama came in when we were having a global recession. It took them a number of years to blow us out of that. But in 2012, voters said, you know what, we're on the right path and it's getting better and the efforts we're making are helping. That's happening again for Joe Biden. Joe Biden's sort of like the GOP garbage man. He comes in and cleans up their mess, and it takes a little while to clean up.
Spoken like a political pundit. Joe, you mind that spin?
Look, I love how my colleagues got bless them. Everything that happened in the first 4 years under President Trump was a result of Barack Obama. Everything that happened in the first 4 years under Joe Biden had nothing to do with Donald Trump. And so they want to have their cake and eat it too. And God bless them because they have nothing to run on. All they have to run on right now is talking about abortion 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, talking about January 6th, 24 hours, 7 days a week, and trying to use the salacious accusation of a porn star to smear every single Republican in the country who believes that Joe Biden is probably a bad choice to run a world in disarray when you look at everything from Gaza to the South China Sea to the calamity on our own southern border.
We didn't even get to the courtroom on this one. We've run out of time, but there's nobody better Joe opinion, Jonathan Scott. Thank you for being here. You guys have a great weekend. Jackie?
The prosecution in former President Trump's New York hush money case slated to call their key witness, Michael Cohen, to stand on Monday. The prosecutor said in court Friday that they could rest their case by the end of next week. Adeline Rivera is live with more on what to expect from that. Hey, Maddie. Hey, Jackie. Monday could be dramatic. Nothing like Friday, which featured a rather dry day of testimony, but the witnesses, which included a lead compliance analyst for AT&T, a senior analyst in executive relations at Verizon, and 2 paralegals from the Manhattan District Attorney's Office, allowed prosecutors to introduce key evidence, things like text messages and phone logs, a lot of it having to do with Michael Cohen, the prosecution's key witness. Cohen will detail the alleged scheme by former President Trump to pay off Stormy Daniels and reimburse Cohen for paying her. So Daniels' story of an affair with Trump would not damage his 2016 campaign. Trump denies having that affair and falsely labeling the repayments as a legal expense to cover up their true nature. The defense will likely question Cohen's credibility. Cohen served time in prison after pleading guilty to tax evasion, campaign finance violations, and making false statements to Congress.
Under the initial assumption,
the prosecutors have put all their chips on Michael Cohen being a persuasive, credible witness, which, to say the least, is an enormous risk for the DA's team.
Not unlike the
Former White House aide Madeline Westerhout also wrapped up her testimony on Friday. He testified that Trump was a multitasker who would sign documents without reviewing them sometimes. And that could undermine the prosecution's argument that Trump was aware of the $130,000 payment to Cohen. Jackie. All right, Maddie Rivera, of course, following that very complicated story. Thanks so much, Maddie. You got it. Great.
Checking parts of Florida are cleaning up after a new round of deadly storms pummeled the region. We've got the latest from Tallahassee. Coming up.
Okay, everyone, our mission is to provide complete balanced nutrition for strength and energy.
Ensure with 47 vitamins and minerals, nutrients for immune health, and ensure complete with 30 grams of protein.
New Icy Hot Pro Massaging Balm. Easy to grip and massage with the power of 2 max strength pain relievers. Ice works fast. It makes it last. New Icy Hot Pro Massaging Balm.
Kayak? No way. Why would I use kayak to compare hundreds of travel sites at once? I like to do things myself. I do my own searching. It's just efficient. Use kayak. I can't trust anything else to do the job right.
Kayak. Serve one and done.
Is your shower trying to tell you something? Is getting in and out of the bathtub becoming a safety concern? Are you worried about the cost of a bathroom remodel that could go on for weeks and weeks? Well, now you can have a gorgeous new bathroom shower that's safer at a price you can afford with a 1-day jacuzzi bath remodel.
It was done in the same day. You did not have to wait. It is amazing.
I would give this whole experience an A+. I definitely wish I would have called sooner.
From soft close shower doors and adjustable shower heads to features like grab bars and custom seats that combine safety and style. It's never been easier. Get your free design consultation, schedule your 1-day installation, and start loving your new bathroom shower right away.
Only weeks left to get waived installation and no interest and no payments for up to 1 year. Go to jacuzzibathremodel.com or call 800-991-2603. That's 800-991-2603. Call now.
Most guys get serious eye bags as they get older. But most guys don't do anything about it because most guys don't really understand skincare. They think it's too expensive and they don't believe that anything actually works. But here's the thing. Most guys are wrong because there are actually 2 ways to reduce your eye bags, and one of the easiest, Article 6-in-1 face cream, actually works really well. And most guys actually can afford it. Because it's 6-in-1's formula, means you're getting 6 products packed into 1. Just wash your face and then massage in Article 30 seconds. Before you know it, you're looking younger than, well, most guys. And forget about most guys. Just be you. Go right now to apartment.com. We've got free shipping in the United States, 30-day money-back guarantee.
I operated as a civil affairs team leader within special operations. Our job was to effect change with the mission of defeating ISIS. ISIS saw that they were losing control on the people. An ISIS suicide bomber had squeezed his way into my team. And detonate with a suicide vest. I had a total of 22 life-saving surgeries over 2 years that I spent in the hospital. We were worried. We didn't know how we were going to be able to pay for the house. That's when Common Powers Foundation stepped in and said,
Another
this is a
important
pretty problem.
step forward in our
Common Powers
research.
Foundation didn't just provide me with a way to keep it in my own place.
Despite a lot of
It gave me hope.
speculation, there
I
was
can
no
overcome
pilot
these
to be
things,
found once
but
we
I don't have to do it alone. I'm asking you to donate
This
$11 a
special,
month
henceforth
so
referred
that
to as
T2T
the
can
Gates
help others
seems to
go be
harbor
involved.
considerable psionic power.
Please visit
As with
T2T.org
aliens' other unique
or call
biomechanical field use, it will
1-844-GRAVES.
take some time to decipher the systems involved in its
Tornadoes ripping through Tallahassee, Florida, killing one person. National Weather Service is getting possessed again left behind by those tornadoes. A fierce thunderstorm could have struck that area this week. Brandy Campbell is live in Tallahassee with more details on the damage. Brandy, it looks like you got some behind you there.
Yeah, it's just across the city. Jackie, across the U.S., there's been at least 109 confirmed tornadoes just this past week. Now Tallahassee dealing with the damage and power outages on top of that. From at least four from radar tornadoes. Now you can see the evidence around me here in the Myers Park neighborhood. You can see down power lines and trees. The tree canopy is something that Tallahassee is known for, but it took a beating from this storm. One woman killed in it after a tree fell from her on top of her family's home. We've also seen businesses with damage, some roofs ripped off. The Railroad Square Archbishop posted online some business owners have witnessed their livelihoods be devastated. Power has been another major impact here. Over 80,000 residents without power across the Florida Panhandle. Majority of those outages here, Leon County. Lyman had traveled in from 5 states to help with recovery. I met one resident thankful to have a built-in generator for moments like this, but he's stunned at the amount of tree damage.
I grew up in Miami, and I was there when Andrew hit, and it was nothing like what happened in Homestead. But this complete loss of trees, just complete destruction everywhere it went, it reminds me of it.
We'll get started right away, Commander. I'll send word when
All right, now Jackie, I'm told we could get the preliminary results from the National Weather Service this evening. That's you. All right, stay safe out there, Brandy. Thanks so much. Correct, of course.
Oh, we saved the best for last. Taylor in Paris, the enormously popular Eras Tour, is now kicking off in Europe. We'll talk about it. That's next.
Your calling. Some people find theirs at an early age. Others, later in life. No matter when you find it, consider yourself lucky, because it becomes your everything. Our calling was to build trucks. That's why trucks are what we do. We put our everything in every truck, so that when you find your calling, nothing can stop you from entering.
Nice to meet you. My name is David. I've been a pharmacist for 44 years. When I have customers come in and ask for something for memory, I recommend Prevagen. Number one, because it's safe and effective. Does not require a prescription. And I've been taking it for a while myself, and I know it works. And I love it when the customers come back in and tell me, David, that really worked so good for me. Makes my day.
Prevagen at stores everywhere without a prescription. This is the story of the one who believes being prepared is not just a way of life, it's how he helps everyone stay safe. He sweats the small stuff before it becomes big stuff. For the one, being an unsung hero in a building full of everyday heroes is just how he likes it. The industrial work products you need delivered fast. Call quickgranger.com or stop by. Granger, for the ones who get it done.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Thanks to Sky Rizzy, I'm long my way with clearer skin. 3 out of 4 people achieve 90% clearer skin in 4 months. And Sky Rizzy is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses. Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections, or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to. Are you looking at nice skin? Everything. Ask your gynecologist about Sky Rizzy. Learn how happy can help you save.
Withholding weapons from Israel likely sounds off on Biden's threat. Plus, Kevin McCarthy on the state of the presidential race, live on Sunday Morning Futures with Maria Bartiromo.
We plan to go for retirement, but I wish we had more cash.
Things are slowing but I'm hoping we find a few more recruits who can handle a wrench. I could use the help.
Working in the same place, that very much needs you frequently know connections with people right here in our community. It kind of was a joke, but we found out more can say it's Corey, psychological Corey, and then just like group. How I was brought up.
Every time I was being shot across. When I found out about looking right away, I was sitting inside the house. On the phone, talking to someone saying, I was empty. I'm not, I might have been dead.
The European leg of her Eras tour in France. Thousands of Swifties attending her Paris shows, where she added her latest album, Tortured Poets Department, to the set list. Stephanie Bennett is live with the very latest. Hey, Stephanie.
Hey, Griff. Yeah, 2 concerts down in Paris, 2 more to go, including tonight and tomorrow. And this stadium can pack 42,000 Swifties inside of it. Now, with this Europe leg, the star has mixed some things up, which is getting a little bit of mixed reviews. Some of her most popular tracks are being removed for some new ones off of that new album that came out last month. Now, fan favorites, including The Archer and The One, those were dropped in favor of new songs like Fortnite and Down Bad from the Tortured Poets Department, which is a 31-track double album. Swift also debuted several new outfits this week, and because of the show's revamp, some Swifties are traveling thousands of miles to re-watch it, after already seeing one in the U.S. And the European tour kicked off, of course, Thursday, where the 34-year-old remained on stage for more than 3 hours, finishing just after 11 p.m., having played 46 songs from across her 18-year career. Of course, this mega stadium tour started back in April 2023 in Glendale, Arizona, with about 152 shows that have said to have helped boost local economies and even
Let's save this.
activity from fans dancing. Again, she's in Paris tonight and tomorrow.
And we'll catch you guys next time, alright? Peace.
In other countries, including Portugal, Spain, Germany, and Austria, to name a few. Then she's going to be heading back here to London for